Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dialar's Twi'lek Tactics. We're doing it. We're doing the deep dive for Jaina, the new SSS Energy Terran hero coming to Eternal Evolution. Man, is she good. Oh boy, you wait. She is lovely. Her character design is awesome. She is the perfect amalgamation of everything I wanted on an energy team. She is a Ravenna and a Luke boiled into one. I'm sorry, Ravenna. Your time has come. You are a launch character. You're great. Now you're relegated to maybe PvE content, but I think Jaina might even take you there. So I'd say this is one of the first instances of power creep where an existing SSS hero has been pushed out completely out of the team and replaced altogether. I know Bailey has kind of been overshadowed by the two other assassins, but you still need Bailey on the team because we don't have 4 SSS assassins, right? So Jaina is excellent. Now, how we're going to do this video. We're going to discuss the deep dive first. It is pre-recorded footage over on my main account. I have her at Immortal 0 X37, or not X37, X27. So almost X30. She is, I do recommend her to be X30. I will be updating my exclusive 30 tier list after I make this video as well. I have her already hyper evolved, so I ran through my Twilight Lands today. It launched today. Got another SSS crystal, slapped it on her immediately, no regrets. She is awesome. So you're going to see some not full powered Jaina in this footage, but keep in mind the level that she's at the time of this recording. Okay, yeah, baby. Oh yeah, she's so good. The PvP footage is you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I love it. Okay, so first we're gonna go over to the deep dive. And then we'll do I got a little PvE footage to show you guys, and then I also got a little PvP. The PvP, in my opinion, is where it's at. So let's do the deep dive now. Here goes Jaina. Oh, she is wicked. Okay, let's go right in. I'm excited. All right, let's appreciate the cutscene. The no underwear, love it. Barefoot. She's a beast. Get him, Jaina. Okay, so we're gonna do the kit first before we get to the gear. Actually, you know what? No, we're gonna do the gear because the gear's actually pretty straightforward on her. We'll do the gear first. So I think this is ideal in my testing. There is a use case for a burst set in, say, Sincero Marsh where you want the true damage. But in PvP, and I think in other PvE settings, Surge is really going to be your best friend. Now, you kind of want to run. You need to hit that 200 accuracy breakpoint. We'll talk about that when we get to the kit. But you don't need to run Hawkeye. So you really want to build her with a lot of crit rate. She is a AoE crit damage attack based hero. Now, it's going to be really hard to get the crit damage numbers up, but if you can at least get that crit rate up, you're going to benefit from those multipliers. So as such, you don't need Hawkeye. You just need really good accuracy substats. So crit rate gloves, you see I got a 17 accuracy on the substats with an attack roll as well. I got, you have to run an accuracy helm, so be that Sun Signet or Surge, whatever your account has. And you see I got 1 roll of crit rate and crit damage, which is nice. I got attack boots. I got 2 rolls again there of accuracy and 1 roll of crit rate. A little bit of extra attack is not bad. Good stats. And then up top, you want to look for accuracy, crit rate, attack, and crit damage. Basically, all of the attack stats and accuracy, but accuracies you're gonna hit. You have to hit that 200. That's gonna trump. Oh, don't have her wig. This one crit rate and accuracy +1. This one attack +3, accuracy, and then crit rate. So all said and done, you see I'm getting 162 from my gear, but with guild tech that puts me well over the 200 benchmark. So what is that? That is 211. So I'm just over there. I even have a little bit of wiggle room to lose some accuracy in place of attack. And then now that we can go to level 25 on our guild tech, as I do that, eventually I can even lose a little bit more accuracy on our gear and put it more into attack and crit damage, crit rate. Okay, so that's the gear. You'll see right here, I got 2 sets. Surge is, in my opinion, the best with Sun Signet 2 set. But I do have a burst set built for her because originally I thought maybe she would be kind of like Luke, where she would benefit a lot from the burst set under Miranda in, say, PvP setting, but the surge is better. But I found the burst did a lot better. Not quite, almost double the damage in Sincero Marsh due to the true damage nature of that dungeon. So that is the gear set. Again, no underwear. Just saying. Now let's dive into her kit. Okay, so she is an energy-based character. You see right there, energy. What do they recommend for her gear? They recommend Surge right off the bat. Boom, there it is. And then Sun Signet and Overload. She is a AoE crit-based damage hero. You see up top, core stats, crit rate, and accuracy. Let's see. Yup, Nord and Luke. She pairs really well with Luke. Just wait for the PvP footage at the end. She pairs really well with Luke. Okay, so first, her ultimate. Jaina fires a bright spark at the enemy, just basically her attack, dealing random damage. It's not really random, between 1200 and 2000% of her attack, depending on her accuracy, to all targets in the line of the beam, and dispelling all immunity effects from them. The higher the accuracy, the higher that scale of damage. Maximum damage is guaranteed with 200 accuracy. Right there, boom, 200 from whatever sources you can get. She will prioritize the farthest target if the number of enemy units on the battlefield is greater than 4, meaning a full set or any summoner team. Then the range of the spark becomes infinite. So I'm looking at you, Dan. I'm looking at you, Ampu, in that back corner. You're dead, buds. Can't dispel invincibility effects from boss-type enemies. So we'll see what that means for Twilight. And as you see at level 3, it's 2400% of her attack on her ultimate. And her attack is going to ramp. Bonus effects. So the talent effect. For every 1 enemy killed with this skill, Jaina restores 50 energy. So if you think of on a summoner team, if she clears the field of summons, she's going again. And the exclusive, I think this is the unlock, or one of the exclusives is the energy skill enhancement, so her ultimate skill enhancement. For every 1 target hit, Jaina's going to lower her normal skill cooldown by 1 second. So she has the ability to ramp her attack, ramp her energy, decrease her skill cooldown. She's a beast. First common skill, Jaina unleashes a Starfall in an area. Again, random damage from 150 to 300% of attack to all targets, so it's another AoE. The higher the accuracy, aka 200, the higher the damage on that range. Again, maximum random damage is guaranteed at 200 accuracy. And at level 4, you see I got her at 400% of attack as the high-end scale. Talent effect, stuns affected targets for 2 seconds. Love stuns, love CC. And the exclusive effect, Radiant Starfall Enhancement, deals double damage to summoned units. She is the energy, she is what is going to cement the energy team as the summoner counter. Second, common skill. Jaina unleashes a beam of light that deals random damage, again, to targets in a fan-shaped area. So much like Nord has one of those, Ravenna has one of those. It's a wedge, right? Damage ranges between, again, 170 to 330 or to 210 to 400 if you have her at level 240. The higher the accuracy, again, the higher the bottom damage threshold with 200 accuracy, guaranteeing that max. So, again, all of her skills, they are based on attack, but they are dependent on you reaching 200 accuracy in her kit. Talent modifier. Enemies hit take 15 increased AoE damage for 7 seconds. That means Luke's getting a 15% damage buff. Nord getting a 15% damage buff. If she goes again with an AoE, 15% damage buff on top of everything. There are, again, her and Luke are just multipliers on multipliers on multipliers. It's beautiful. Exclusive effect. After each casting, this skill increases the damage of subsequent castings of this skill by 10% up to 50%. Oh, mama. You know what that means? That means people gonna die. Oh, she's so good. Divine Radiance. This is another, isn't a passive. Let's see, was this a passive? No. So she's got 3 common skills and an ultimate. but it might as well be a passive. After entering the battle, Jaina additionally restores, for me, 15 energy per second. Talent effect, Jaina's attack skills, meaning all three of her first ones, right? Ultimate and her first two common skills, increase her own attack by 1% each time she hits one target, up to 100%. Again, look at you summoner teams. All of your ads are now food for her ramping damage attack stats. She is the anti-summoner. And then if you get her to exclusive 30, Divine Radiance Enhancement, when hitting 3 targets or more, additionally restore 100 energy. So if you get her to X30, look out. Just look out. She's just going to go over and over and over and over again. Kind of like Luke, how when he hits more targets, he can just do his ultimate right over again. You pair this with Flowing Rune, magic. That's all I can say. They should have sent a poet. She's going to be so beautiful. And such a great, great design on her character. Love the bracelets on her legs. Love the toes. Love the whole look. She is magnifique. Talents? Well, I got them all. I recommend you get them all if you can. If you are building the energy team, it would behoove you to totally max her out because she is a wee bit squishy. She can be nuked. She can be nuked down. She can. And then exclusive, we already read all of the exclusives. You see mine's already at exclusive 27. I think that she, for the energy team, is a must-have X30. I said it because she's going to boost her attack, her damage amplification. She's going to give herself some damage reduction, some survivability. And she's just going to become a energy generating machine. So, yeah. You can tell how excited I am because I just recorded the PvP footage prior to recording this video, which you're going to see next. And we're going to see some magic happen, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go watch.
So yeah, I was a little bit excited there. You could tell. One thing I want to highlight from that footage, though, was that when we were looking at her stats, so I had mine. If you add the crit rate that she gets from her talents, I have mine sitting at about 80% crit rate. So I'm going to recommend on my spreadsheet that she gets like minimum about 75% crit rate, 200 accuracy, and then just boost attack and crit damage as much as you can. Okay, we're going to pull up the PvE footage first. Not the most exciting. We can maybe fast forward a little bit, but we're going to go over it nonetheless. So let's go over here. Let's actually put my camera on. Okay, so I thought that the best place for me to test her PvE-wise was going to be in Sincero Marsh, mainly because it is an AoE-dependent fight, and it's a longer fight, about a minute. As you see, my best clear time, which is actually going to change in this video, was 110 at X3. I did put her, I'm going to focus her, or showcase her in a burst set and a surge set, as I said in the deep dive. When we were looking at her gear, surge set doesn't really do as good here because you really need the true damage. You get a little bit of that with Miranda, but if you put her in a burst set, she's gonna do much better. I mostly wanted to show, kind of compare her against Luke, who in this footage is also in a burst set. So let's slot her in. Keep in mind, again, she is summit level 35, hyper evolve 35. She is X27. Luke is 120 and X30. So this, I do believe these first numbers is the surge set. Let me turn down the volume here because I know that some of my game footage volume can be a little bit overpowering over my voice. So, you know, her damage numbers are not, at least in this dungeon, for PvE-wise, are not as good as Nord or Luke. But she did do better than Ravenna. So, you see, she's under the bubble, she's in a burst set, but she's not, I don't know, she's not crazy damage numbers. Like, look at Luke. Luke just keeps going over and over and over again. I think at X30, I'm going to have to run this again to get comparable numbers, because at X30, she's going to get that point where every time she hits 3 enemies in one of her AoEs, she's going to get 100 energy, which is going to allow her to run her ultimate a lot more. So this was just my initial testing. You guys can ask me in the Discord, or I'll mention it maybe in the Discord once I get her up to X30, how it improves her score. So you see, it's not... Yeah, no, it's not comparable to Luke or Nord, but Luke's just going over and over and over again. So let's fast forward a little bit. I want to see the final time. So my previous highest time with Ravenna was 1:10. So does this say? 1:27. So that was actually slower. Oh well. But, so... Now we're going to show, and that was 18 million damage using the Surge set. Now, I'm just going to fast forward this. This is with a burst, or no, that was with, sorry, that was 18 million with a burst set in Sincero X3. This is now her in a Surge set. So you see here this AoE, this is her conal AoE. You can kind of see the little splash. Radiant light protruding from her wand. That's her AoE. Nord has one that looks just like that, whereas Ravenna and some other characters have that full wedge that goes out prior to them attacking. So this is an even slower run because she is doing far less damage than her burst set in this dungeon. This one she only did 11.6. We did have a little bit of a faster clear time, which was interesting. Given the fact that she did a lot more damage in the burst set. Okay, so that is some PvE footage for you, just kind of showcasing her in probably the highest, I don't know, the most difficult AoE dependent dungeon. Now we're going to get into the good stuff. And I think that given that Jaina has a whole bunch of anti-summoner built into her kit, that she was really made, she was tailor-made for the PvP energy team. That's not to say that she's not good in PvE settings, but I don't think that's her primary focus. I think that she was clearly made to cement herself, or to solidify the energy team as a whole. Now, it's kind of hard to find energy teams in Arena nowadays. I do have 3 decent people on my friends list with summoner teams. They're a little bit hodgepodge. One is more the traditional. It was my old team with the Oysa team. I couldn't find the traditional one with Leo up front, and then Anpu paired with Rez and Sorvali and Daniel in the back. But I got to work with what I got to work with. I suppose I could have asked people to switch, but I kind of just want to do it off the cuff. So we're going to be showcasing 3 people that have summoner teams. First off is Idolized, the guild leader, or one of the guild leaders of Revolution 2. Sorry, buddy. Let's look at your team. So this is a punch down. So it's 4.4 million versus his 3.6. But, you know, everyone on this team, well, Luke and Nord are 120, X30, blah, 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 blah. But Idol is running a 120 level Nord. He does have his Rez paired with Daniel, which is odd. So just keep that in mind. Normally you want to pair Rez with Anpu up front for the constant stuns. But what am I running here? I'm running a level 50 Grace. Oh, buddy. Idol. You got to switch out your commander, bud. I think your defensive commander is still an old one, bud. And yeah, okay, alright. So I'm running Flowing Rune, which is going to give me energy on people hit, which is, I think maybe if you had a really high level Solar Flare, maybe, but for most part, Flowing Rune is going to be your more ideal and better prototype for this team. I do have her in the back, so a summoner team, all she needs is more than 4 people on the field, and her range is going to be infinite, and she's going to target the furthest one. That means Daniel Boy over here is a sitting duck. I do have this footage recorded or slowed down to 1 speed. The whole team, it goes quite quick, but the main focus I want you guys to look at and watch is her. I'm not going to take my head off of the damage meter. Damage doesn't matter. It's about winning, right? So just watch how she performs. So here we go. So obviously my Rez is paired with my Nord, and it takes a little bit for her to ramp up. So there she goes. Oh, she's stunned. She's stunned. Oh no. And here she goes. Watch this. Watch Dan. Bye, Dan. Boom. 1.9 million. And then she died. Okay. So Not the best showcase, but at least you got to see her ultimate in action, and that ultimate is a thing of beauty, and we win. Okay. Next up is, I think it is Kung Fu. We're going to see some Kung Fu fighting. Okay, so this guy's team, 4.4 or 4.3, so we're almost even. He has his res paired with Nord. He has Sorvali in the front because what happens is Sorvali will jump back and then Nord will come to the fore. Very good mechanic. And then he's got Ampu and Daniel in the back. So you see Ampu, Daniel, res even, and Nord are all summit level 120. So this is a good summoner team. You see that he is running a level 50 commander. He is running Flowing Rune for Nord specifically, but then he does have the Ruler's Ring. I'm running Ruler's Ring just because it's the highest level prototype I have, because I'm getting the highest level stats, and I do recommend the Horn of Healing unless you can get a high level new prototype, the Enlightened Crystal, I do believe. So let's check out this fight. Okay, so Rez rolled right into them, and he's going to get stunned or killed outright. Oh, no, he rolled away. Okay, now let's focus on Jaina. So Jaina is under the bubble. She's getting all the benefits. She's getting her energy pushed back by Rez, though. And before she even really goes, she is dying. So I'm going to remove my head for a minute here just so you can kind of see the damage meter at this point. Obviously, it's all Nord and it's all Luke. Don't let that deter you, though. She is, you need 3 energy characters on a PvP team to trigger Grace's PvP passives. And she is the better energy hero to run because she pairs so well with Luke. You're going to see why, I promise you. So here she goes. So let's look at Ampu up here. Everyone's in a straight line. Ampu is full health, and she's rolling up her ultimate. Here she goes. And wham. Didn't kill him. Took him down half health, though. And then Luke's going to come right back in and finish him off. So you see that little 1-2 punch? That's where these two are really well. Her paired with Luke is just going to clear the field. It's just going to clear the field. And also keep in mind that she doesn't really get her full potential until she ramps up. And she's not even an X30 yet. So there we go. Another win. Easy summoner dinner time snack. Okay, so now we're going to go up against the old school summoner team that at one point was the best summoner team in my opinion. And my buddy Venom here is still running it. This is the guy that has, wait, let's go back up. He has, I always say this when I'm fighting him, he has won or taken first in the summon arena. This guy is no slouch with PvP, and this team is optimized. You see, he is even running a hyper evolved level 30 Oysa. It is guaranteed to be at least X20, so that she's going to stun my whole team. This was what I was running as well, and at the time it was the, in my opinion, pinnacle of the summoner PvP team. So let's check this out. So luckily my res rolled backwards. That's going to help me out. Ooh, Nord just clear in the field. And you see Jaina is stunned, but she's well back away from danger. Okay, so here she goes. She's getting her first ultimate. Let's watch her pop off. Come on, Jaina. Look at Daniel up there with half health. And wham! She just cleared. Oh, Ampu's down. Ampu's down. And wham! 7 million damage to the Jaguar. Let's rewind that. That was a thing of beauty. That was a thing of beauty. Okay. Watch this. She's going to go straight up there, and she's going to nuke Ampu in the face. So also, though Nord is coming down as well, but she did 2.1 million and nuked Ampu. And here she goes again. 7 million to the Jaguar as it came out. And then with Luke is just going to finish off Dan and say, nighty night, sir. Beautiful. That highlights how this team works perfectly. Her and Luke are just 1-2 punches. Just bam, bam. And you saw that. She did 2 ultimates in a row. She killed Ampu. And then since she hit all those summons on the way, she just immediately back into her ultimate and just immediately ulted Dan in the face. If that Jaguar had come out 1 second later, Dan's dead. She's going to have a double kill on her belt for that fight. So this is going to kind of go the same way. You see Ampu and Dan are kind of lined up. Again, watch Jaina. So this is fun. This is good. This is even a better test. So Nord and Miranda are dead, right? So now it is effectively a 3-on-2 since I only have Rez, Luke, and Jaina. And Sorvali, Ampu, and Dan are no slouch when you get down to this kind of fight. But you watch. This is going to highlight Jaina to perfection of how good she is. So Luke's going to get stunned. And he's actually going to die. So he triggered his injection. Luke going to die. So what does Luke do? Didn't kill anybody. So uh-oh. Danger, Will Robinson. We got Sorvali, Ampu, and Daniel on the field. And Luke is going down. So there he goes. Luke dead. Luke's dead. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Oh no, it's all over. It's all over. Nope. And Jaina, watch. Boom! All dead. Boom! All dead. So good. So good. We gotta rewind that. We gotta rewind that. So, what? Luke going down, and then Jaina's just like, I'll handle this. You're dead, and you're dead. All gone. The field is clear. This lady, man. I like her. I like her. I like her a lot. Oh, so good. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap up the video. 26 minutes of joy by the looks on my face. Yeah. She's good. She's real good. So, TLDR. Surge set. Don't run Hawkeye. Run it if you have to at the beginning. Just make sure you hit that 200 accuracy number. But smelt some Hawkeye gear and some Surge gear until you get some decent accuracy substats with some good crit rate substats too. You want to get her crit rate up there. I'd say minimum 75. Keep in mind you get 9 from talents. And then pump, attack, and crit damage. So I'd say accuracy most important, followed up by crit rate. And then it's attack and then crit damage is the kind of the hierarchy of her needs for stats. Surge set is the best. Burst set's better for Sincero Marsh, but you know, if you got Luke X30, you're probably you could just still run her in a Surge set, and then you could save that burst set for someone else. Yeah, glorious. She is a glorious, glorious PvP character. She was tailor-made to fit that team. Just her and Luke are just so good. I don't know who I'm gonna put first between the two of them in my tier list. I think it's gonna have to be her, given that she's got so much anti-summoner synergies just baked into her kit as well. She's shining at X20 even, but I'd say take her to X30. Can't say enough good things. She is great. She's not OP. She's not like Nord level OP. She's not, but stick her in the back line. They built her beautifully to hit the furthest back line across the field. So no more hiding. Emma, Hunters, so-and-so. She's just going to stay in the back and pew-pew you to death. So I think we're going to wrap it up there. The word of the day, ladies and gentlemen, the safe word of the day, if you've made it this far, is underwear. One word, underwear, because she ain't got any. Hope you enjoyed this, ladies and gentlemen. So all my stuff's in the links are in the description. My Discord, the official EE Discord, my spreadsheet. If you want to go over exactly my gearing recommendations again for any Triple S hero, they are all linked in the spreadsheet that is linked in the description. So till next time, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers. Peace. Bye-bye.